Hello guys, in today's video we're gonna check out the best family board games in this year. I made this list based on my personal opinion and I've tried to list them based on their price, quality, durability and many more. To find out more information about these family board games you can check out the description below. If you want to get a best quality family board games according to your needs, then watch the video till the end and then decide to buy. At the first position of our list, we have Exploding Kittens card game. It's safe to say you've never played a game like this before, writes one of the over 43,000 5-star reviewers of Exploding Kittens. One customer describes it like Russian roulette, while another reviewer writes, "The cards are hilarious and the pictures are completely inappropriately awesome." And lots of reviewers appreciate that the cards are as random as Cards Against Humanity but less crude and more family friendly. A mother who regularly brings this game on family camping and hiking trips says, "Kids can play on the same level as adults, and they love that." She also says that it's the perfect antidote to holiday small talk with extended family. Instead of listening to Uncle Fred's latest manga rant, or worse, I can bring on the Exploding Kittens. And another parent who bought it for their teenage daughter calls it a quirky, funny, and flexible game that provides actual interaction in a light and funny way. Moving on to the next at number 2 with Connect 4 Grab and Go game. Reviewers love this affordable version of Connect 4 largely because it's foldable. That makes it, according to one reviewer, the perfect size for travel. They explain, the little token pieces slide nicely into the sides for storage or playtime, and the bottom folds up to make it more portable. Thankfully, other reviewers note that the portability doesn't come at the expense of gameplay. One reviewer says they love this version of Connect 4 because it's an exceptional value and a lot of fun. The fact that it's really well made and pieces all store neatly in the foldable game is just a bonus. In fact, while most reviewers travel with this, about a dozen reviewers say it's a complete substitute for the larger version. One reviewer, who originally bought this for her and her 5-year-old son to play on an airplane ride, says they enjoy it so much that they haven't stopped playing it at home. The number 3 position is held by Monopoly Ultimate Banking board game. Almost nobody would describe regular, old Monopoly as fast, but reviewers say this ultimate version goes by way faster, and rounds can take as little as 30 minutes. If you are tired of the never-ending original Monopoly, this is it for you, one reviewer says. Games can end quickly, sometimes way too soon, and it makes you want to replay right away. The differences don't just stop at the speed of the game. Instead of cash, this version uses an electronic banking system, and some of the rules are modified from regular Monopoly. For example, there are no hotels, and each purchased property gets one house, one player explains. The rent increases anytime any player lands on the property. Instead of chance and community chance cards, there are Monopoly cards, basically the same as the former and location spots that allow you to pay to move to any space on the board. You can go to a property you want to buy, a property you own to increase the rent, or move to a space near go so you will collect on the next turn. Even with the changes, lots of reviewers say this game is just as fun as the classic. One even says, "It is one of the best purchases I have made for my family." Next at number 4 we have Spot It, Junior Animals card game. Spot It, a game where players match symbols and call them out, is beloved by over 3,300 5-star reviewers because it's portable, fast-paced, and great for all ages. In fact, many adult reviewers describe this game as fun and surprisingly challenging. One reviewer, who initially bought this as a gift for someone else's kids, liked it so much that they bought the game for themselves. There are several different ways of playing to mix it up and keep everyone from getting bored, they write, adding that it's a great portable game suitable for restaurants or anywhere else with a weight and a playing surface. And a reviewer who loves playing this with their daughter reports, the cards are durable. The tin is compact and easy to carry with you. It's great for times when you have to wait, like at restaurants, airports, etc. The number 5 position is held by Melissa and Deb's Suspend family game. When you mention fine motor skills, small children come to mind. Well over 400 satisfied reviewers confirm that this game is seriously great fun for all ages. Several reviewers also describe it as a learning tool, with one explaining, "It takes a steady hand and a careful eye for balance." A parent of 3 boys says, "My 14-year-old can enjoy with his friends, my 7-year-old is doing very well with it, and even my 5-year-old is happily focusing on his fine motor skills." She continues, the quality and durability of it make it last in a house full of boys. And a teacher writes, it encourages players to think about weight and balance, because they have to carefully place the pieces to make sure they don't knock anything over. The number 6 position is dominated by Wonder Forge Richard Scarry's Busytown. I found it. It is so gripping that after playing it 5 times, my toddler cried when we finally said we would have to pack it up, says a 5-star mom reviewer. Other parents and grandparents report loving this 6-foot-long puzzle game because it doesn't tax a toddler's attention span or patience levels, and the quality and design is excellent. Reviewers like that it's engaging for kids and not annoying for adults. And this mom says, so far, it has been the most enjoyable board game to play with my toddler. Another appreciative reviewer, who works as a speech pathologist, writes, the game presents many opportunities for conversation, counting practice, and event sequencing. Moving on to the next at number 7 with inspiration, play Double Ditto Family Party board game. One reviewer says Double Ditto is similar to Scattergories. The basic principle is that everyone writes down 2 responses to a game card. Another reviewer explains, the objective is to choose answers that others may choose so that one, ditto or both, double ditto of your responses are also responses that other players wrote down. This game can be played with just 2 people, but reviewers say the more the merrier. I had a dinner party for 6, and we played this after dinner, one reviewer writes. We laughed and laughed at so many of the questions. My company kept asking if we could play it just one more time and hours flew by. Another says, it is great for large groups and you don't have to sit around a table to play. There are also 400 cards to play, so it's nearly impossible to get through all of them in a night. One reviewer says this game is so fun that you will entice more people to join over time. We went from 4 the first time, 5 the second time, and now we have played with no less than 7 people each time we set it up to play. The number 8 position is held by Hasbro Gaming Mousetrap board game. This is another classic board game that customers say is still as good as they remember from childhood. One mom has nothing but good things to say about this game, especially the collaborative element. We worked together to build it. It's not that a 7-year-old can't do it, it's just that it takes 2 people to figure it out together, so it was a great exercise in teamwork, she adds. Another says it's also just fun to play as a family. Anything that makes preteens and teenagers put down their phones for over half an hour is wonderful, she says, adding, this game gets everyone involved in laughing together, which is my favorite. Everyone in her family play together from 2-year-olds to 50-year-olds, and it's the game everyone asks to play when they are all together. Next at number 9 we have Telestrations, the telephone game sketched out. Though drawing is a large part of this game's appeal, lots of positive reviewers noted that you don't have to be particularly good at drawing to enjoy playing it. One reviewer says, the best part of the game is making fun of your friends and family for their poor guessing and drawing skills. Another 5-star reviewer writes, what makes this game extra special to me is you get to actively participate the whole time. Also, awful drawers aren't really a drawback because their attempts add a whole new level of hilarity. And this father who wasn't sure he would enjoy a drawing game says, I could describe this as telephone with a drawing twist. But that is a serious undersell. By the time I was done with my first game, I was crying from laughing so hard. Finally, the number 10 position is dominated by Spontuneous, the song game. Reviewers love this board game that involves singing because it's fun for the whole family. That might sound a little cliche, but over 900 reviewers used that exact phrase to describe the game, including one purchaser who played it at a Thanksgiving gathering with 20 family members ranging in age from 7 to adults. They say it's one of just a very few games where you can involve young children, adults, and grandparents and all have a good time. The game, in which players write down trigger words and other players sing songs containing the trigger words to advance, is great for any family who wants to have a good time, is willing to laugh at each other, and can think fast on their toes, according to another reviewer. After playing with their own family, they report, the game brought laughs and tears running down our cheeks as the whole table would break out into a song. A third reviewer agrees, noting that this game was a riot because everyone can play and have fun. Half of us are not anywhere near decent singers. My dad actually can't hold a tune to save his life, however, he belted out songs like no one's business. It was hilarious, and we are looking forward to playing it again. That's all for today. We upload all types of sports products review videos every single day. So, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon for the upcoming video notification.